A sound echoing in the corridors of your spirit, a vibration that is distinct from the noise of the world. You, the chosen one, have felt it, a pulling, a heightening of your senses, a distinct alert from the depths of your own being. You may interpret this as a warning for the year 2026, and in a very real sense, it is. But remember, when we speak of years and times, we are speaking of states of consciousness. The God who warns you is not a distant deity shouting from a cloud. It is your own wonderful human imagination, the I am within you, waking you up to a new level of responsibility. This divine authority is issuing a decree for your protection, and the instruction is simple yet profound: absolute silence. As you stand on the precipice of this new cycle, you must understand that your mouth can be the architect of your palace or the digger of your grave. The energy you are accumulating, this spiritual electricity that you feel gathering for the coming year, is precious. It is the raw material of creation. To spill it through idle chatter is to bleed your future dry before it even has a chance to breathe. There is a wisdom in the heavens of your mind that demands a strategic containment, a hermetic seal upon your lips regarding 3 specific pillars of your destiny. Before we unveil these 3 forbidden topics, we must first ensure you have the foundation to sustain this level of discipline. To walk this path of the chosen, you need a map that helps you understand who you really are, how to heal the invisible blocks that force you to overshare, and how to expand with stability. This is why I invite you to explore the 3 keys to a prosperous life. This trilogy, available as an ebook for deep study or an audiobook for immersion, is designed to help you receive, sustain, and multiply your blessings without the guilt or sabotage that often plagues the awakening soul. If you feel this resonates with your current journey, you can find the link in the pinned comment or description to begin. It is a limited opportunity to align yourself before the shift occurs. Now let us return to the silence. Why does the divine imagination demand this of you for 2026? Because the seed, once planted, must be covered. If you were to plant a seed in the ground and dig it up every morning to show your neighbors that it is growing, you would kill it. You would expose its tender roots to the harsh sunlight and the pests. The first thing you must never reveal in the coming year is the specific nature of your desire before it has hardened into fact. This is the secret of the Virgin. And in the Bible, when Mary, who represents your purified consciousness, receives the promise, she ponders these things in her heart. She does not run to the marketplace to seek validation. When you conceive a great dream for 2026, whether it is a financial empire, a restoration of health, or a specific relationship, you are spiritually pregnant. To tell another person is to seek their confirmation. And if they doubt you, even by a silent glance, their doubt becomes a weed in your garden. You do not need their faith, you have your own. By keeping your desire a secret between you and your imagination, you build a pressure, a spiritual steam that eventually must explode into objective reality. Consider this. Have you ever shared a big plan with a friend, only to feel the energy drain out of you the moment the words left your mouth? That is because you transferred the power of the wish fulfilled to the outer world, where it was devoured. If you wish to see miracles in 2026, you must learn the discipline of the incubation period. The second thing you must strictly conceal is the process of your inner warfare. We often hear of spiritual warfare, and for the chosen one, this is a very real dynamic. But the battle is not against flesh and blood, it is against the principalities of your own doubts and limiting beliefs. When you are fighting a dragon within, struggling to overcome an addiction, a fear, or a poverty mindset, do not broadcast the battle report. If you tell the world, "I am trying so hard to quit this," or "I am fighting to get out of debt," you are cementing the state of the struggler. You are asking the world to witness your limitation. The divine instruction is to fight that battle in the closet of your mind, in the silence of prayer and revision. Let the world see only the victory. Let them see the result, not the surgery. When you discuss your problems, even in the guise of asking for prayer, you are often just watering the weeds of the old man. Starve the problem of attention. Let your silence be the shield that suffocates the old reality. If you find this challenging, ask yourself, do you want relief or do you want the cure? The cure is found in the silence of the new state. This leads us to the third and perhaps most subtle warning for 2026. Never reveal your new name until the world calls you by it. In Scripture, when a character undergoes a transformation, their name is often changed. Jacob becomes Israel, Abram becomes Abraham. This represents a change in your conception of yourself. You are moving into a year where you will redefine who you are. You will assume the feeling of being a leader, a healer, a wealthy person, a person of influence. But here is the trap. The ego loves to announce, "I am a new person," to people who only know the old version of you. When you do this, you invite them to project the old patterns back onto you. They will say, "Who does he think he is?" Or, "I remember when she was nobody." Their skepticism acts as a tether, pulling you back to the ground you are trying to leave. Do not announce your transformation. Be it. Wear the feeling of the wish fulfilled so naturally that you don't need to speak of it. Let your actions, your aura, and the inevitable shift in your circumstances be the only announcement necessary. When you walk in the assumption that you are already the person you want to be, you do not seek permission. Silence is the greatest display of confidence. The lion does not need to tell the jungle he is a lion. He simply walks as one. If you can hold these three things in the sacred vault of your heart throughout 2026, your seed, your battle, and your new identity, you will see the law of assumption work with a speed and precision you have never witnessed before. You will be preserving your spiritual energy for creation rather than dissipation. As you practice this, you might notice a strange phenomenon. The more silent you are, the louder your results become. The outer world is merely a delayed reflection of your inner state. If you stop shattering the mirror by shouting at it, the image will form with crystal clarity. I invite you to test this. Start tonight. Take a desire, a challenge, or a new definition of yourself, and make a covenant with your own I am, that you will not speak of it to a living soul until it physically manifests. Watch how the pressure builds. Watch how the bridge of incidents unfolds to carry you across. And if this message has given you a new perspective on the power of silence, express your gratitude by engaging with this content so the algorithm can find other chosen ones who are ready to listen. Remember, the trumpet is sounding, but the true signal is within. The only enemy is the assumption you keep entertaining and the loose tongue that gives it life. Seal your lips, awaken your imagination, and walk into 2026 not as a beggar seeking validation, but as a creator resting in the knowledge that it is already done. Now, let us go deeper into this silence. It is not merely the absence of speech, it is the presence of power. When you cease the chatter of self-justification and the desperate need for external validation, you create a vacuum that the universe, your own wonderful human imagination, must fill. But this silence is not passive. It is an active, vibrating expectation. It is the pregnant pause before the thunder. You are not hiding from the world. You are incubating a new world. And just as a seed in the earth does not scream as it breaks open, your transformation in 2026 requires the dark, quiet pressure of the soil to shed the shell of your old self. However, to navigate this gestation period without losing your mind to anxiety, you need a structure. You need to understand the mechanics of how to receive, how to hold, and how to multiply this energy. If you feel that you are ready to stop guessing and start building with architectural precision, I invite you to look at The 3 Keys to a Prosperous Life. This is not just another book. It is a trilogy designed specifically for those who feel the calling but struggle with the how. Nay, it is a practical map for the chosen ones to finally awaken to who they really are, to identify and heal the invisible blocks that have kept you cycling in old patterns, and to expand with stability. It teaches you to receive your good, sustain it, and multiply it without the guilt that religion often imposes on the spiritual seeker. Whether you prefer to read the ebook or listen to the audiobook as you drift into your state akin to sleep, these keys are the foundation of a life lived on your own terms. You can find the link in the pinned comment or description below. But remember, this is for those ready to take responsibility for their own harvest. Returning to this concept of the harvest, we must address the specific spiritual warfare you will encounter as you maintain your silence. You as a chosen one are often told that you are in a battle against dark forces, demons, or external entities trying to steal your destiny. I tell you, the war is real, but the battlefield is not in the sky. It is in your mind. The entities are your own crystallized habits and beliefs. In the symbolism of Scripture, which is your psychological autobiography, you have likely heard of Archangel Michael, the great warrior who casts the dragon out of heaven. In 2026, you must become Michael. But who is Michael? He is not a winged man flying above you. Michael represents the quality of your consciousness that possesses the courage to reject the evidence of the senses. The dragon is the tyranny of the visible world, your bank account balance, the doctor's report, the silence of a loved one, the news cycle. These things roar and breathe fire, demanding you bow down and worship them as the ultimate reality. To be Michael is to stand in the midst of the dragon's fire, the chaotic circumstances, and say, I do not accept this as final. I remember who I am. It is the disciplined attention that cuts off the head of the doubt. When you are in your silence, attempting to feel the wish fulfilled, the dragon of your old logic will whisper, but how? You have no resources. You are too old. It has never worked before. That is the war in heaven. Heaven is your mind, and you must cast that dragon down to the earth, meaning you let the thought die for lack of attention. You do not fight it with willpower, you fight it with displacement. You displace the doubt by returning your attention over and over again to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. This is why persistence is the secret of the angels. An angel is simply a messenger, a thought of God, a noble idea you have accepted. If you entertain a thought of failure, you are entertaining a fallen angel. If you entertain a thought of success and dignity, you are entertaining a messenger of light. Which guests are you allowing into the guest room of your mind this year? You are the host. You have the right to refuse entry to any depression, any fear, any sense of unworthiness. They cannot enter unless you open the door of your attention. Consider this. Why do so many of you start strong in January and collapse by March? It is because you do not understand the bridge of incidents. This is a crucial concept for the coming year. When you assume a new state, let us say you assume the state of great wealth, you expect money to fall from the sky the next day. But the law of assumption operates through a bridge of incidents, a series of events that seem natural, yet are compelled by your assumption. Sometimes this bridge looks like a disaster. You assume wealth, and 3 days later, you lose your job. The old man, the unawakened imagination, panics. He screams, I used the law and it backfired. I am worse off than before. But the awakened creator, the one who knows his scripture, stands still. He realizes that to get to the new job or the new business that brings the wealth, the old tether had to be cut. The firing was not a tragedy, it was the first stone in the bridge. If you judge the bridge while you're walking on it, you will turn back. You will return to the old state, and the manifestation will abort. You must have the nerve to walk through the fire, knowing that the fire is reshaping your world. If you are currently going through a period of upheaval, I ask you to pause and consider, is this destruction or is this construction? Usually the remodeling of a house looks like chaos to the passerby. There is dust, debris, and noise. But the architect knows it is the necessary process for the new design. You are the architect. Do not fear the dust of 2026. If this perspective on your challenges is resonating with you, and you are beginning to see your struggles as part of a divine restructuring, click the like button. It is a small physical act that signals to your subconscious and to the algorithm that connects us that you are ready for the higher view. Now, let us speak of the tool that will keep you on this bridge without fainting: the Sabbath. In the Bible, the Sabbath is not a day of the week. It is a state of consciousness. It is the state of mental rest that comes from the conviction that it is finished. When you have truly imagined your desire and felt the reality of it, you enter a psychological Sabbath. You are no longer anxious about how it will happen. You are not checking for results every hour. You are not trying to force doors open. Why? Because you have already experienced the end in your imagination, and to you, that experience is the reality. The physical manifestation is just the echo. When you are in the Sabbath, you walk with a cool, calm indifference to appearances. This is the mark of the true chosen one. The world runs around in a panic, trying to survive, but you move with the grace of someone who has already seen the end of the movie and knows the hero wins. How do you reach this Sabbath? By successful acts of revision and imagination. If you find yourself worrying, it means you have not yet successfully assumed the end. You are still pregnant with the desire, not the fulfillment. Go back to your silence. Reenact the scene of fulfillment until the feeling of relief washes over you. That relief is the Sabbath. It is the thank you, Father, that Jesus spoke before the miracle was visible. He did not say, please, Father. He said, thank you. He was resting in the finished work before the bread multiplied, before Lazarus rose. Can you say thank you for your 2026 goals right now with the same conviction as if they were already in your hand? This brings us to a technique that acts as a time machine for your consciousness: revision. Many of you carry the baggage of 2024 and 2025 into the new year. You carry memories of betrayal, failure, and sickness. You think the past is set in stone. It is not. The past is merely a memory image existing in the present moment, and you have the power to edit it. If you enter 2026 believing you are a survivor of trauma or a victim of circumstances, you will continue to manifest trauma and circumstances to survive. You must rewrite the script. Revision is the pruning shears of the mind. If you had a conversation today that went poorly, do not go to sleep replaying the argument and fueling the anger. That is watering the weeds. Instead, replay the scene as it should have happened. Hear the other person say what you wish they had said. Feel yourself responding with dignity and love. Do this until the new version feels more real than the old one. What are you doing when you do this? You are changing the frequency of your past. And since your present is an outpicturing of your past imaginal acts, by changing the past, you change the trajectory of your future. You are literally altering your timeline. For the chosen ones, this is the ultimate act of mercy. You forgive others and yourself not by ignoring what they did, but by revising it into what they should have done. You release them, and more importantly, you release yourself from the chain of reaction. As you practice this, you will notice that people begin to treat you differently. They may not know why, but they are responding to the new script you have written for them in your mind. You are the operant power. Everyone is you pushed out. If you change, they must change. There is no one to change but self. I wonder, have you ever experienced a moment where you changed your attitude towards someone in your mind, and they almost instantly changed their behavior toward you? If you have witnessed this reflection effect, share it in the comments. Your testimony helps others realize they are not victims of people, but masters of their own social reality. Let us go further into the mystery of everyone is you pushed out. Ew. This is perhaps the hardest pill for the ego to swallow. The ego loves to have enemies. It loves to point fingers at the government, the boss, the ex-partner, the forces of darkness. It gives the ego a sense of righteousness, but the awakened spirit knows that the world is a mirror. If you see a thief, it is because there is a thief in your own heart. Perhaps not a thief of money, but a thief of joy, a thief of someone else's good name through gossip. The world bears witness to who you are. If you want 2026 to be a year of peace and prosperity, you must stop fighting the mirror. You cannot comb your hair by scratching the glass. You must comb your hair on your own head, and the reflection will follow. If you want love, be loving in your imagination. If you want respect, walk in the assumption of your own dignity. Do not beg the world for it. The world is a slave to your assumption. It has no choice but to reflect what you are conscious of being. This leads to the concept of the royal blood. As a chosen one, you are often told you have a special lineage, and you do, but it is not a bloodline of DNA. It is the lineage of the I Am. You are the offspring of the Most High. This means your inheritance is not in the future. It is in your capacity to imagine. The coin of heaven is not gold or crypto. It is your own mind. You spend this coin every moment of every day. What are you buying? When you spend an hour doom scrolling on your phone, absorbing fear and anger, you are buying a future of anxiety. You are investing your coin in a state of poverty. When you spend an hour in silence, constructing a noble life for yourself and others, you are buying a mansion in the Father's house. You must become a wise investor. In 2026, treat your attention as the most expensive currency on earth, because it is. Corporations spend billions to capture your attention because they know it is the creative power. Do not give it away for free. Do not let the news cycle hijack your creative power to manifest their nightmares. Withdraw your investment from the noise of the world and reinvest it in the silence of your own wonderful human imagination. There is a beautiful phrase in the Bible, "Buy the truth and sell it not." What does this mean? It means that when you find a state of consciousness that is true and noble, the feeling of health, the feeling of abundance, you buy it by giving up your old doubts and fears. You exchange your limitation for the truth, and once you have it, sell it not. Do not let anyone talk you out of it. Do not let the senses talk you out of it. Hold on to that pearl of great price. Imagine you are holding a deed to a house. You may not be standing in the house yet, but you hold the deed. You are confident. Your imagination is the deed. If you have imagined it, you hold the title. Why would you worry about when you can move in? The title is legal tender in the world of spirit. Walk with that confidence. Now a warning about the thieves and robbers of the mind. These are the thoughts that try to climb over the wall of your sheepfold, your mind, rather than entering through the door of the shepherd. The shepherd is your I am. Any thought that does not come from your own I amness, but comes from the suggestion of others, is a thief. It comes to steal, kill, and destroy your peace. When a thought comes to you, challenge it. Ask, where do you come from? Do you come from my wish fulfilled, or do you come from my fear? If it comes from fear, it is a robber. Do not entertain it. Do not invite it to dinner. Slam the door. This is the mental diet that changes lives. It is exhausting at first, yes. You will realize how lazy your mind has been. But after a few weeks, it becomes automatic. You will find that you physically cannot tolerate negativity anymore. It will taste like sour milk. You will spit it out. This purification of your taste, this change in what you find mentally palatable, is the surest sign that you are ascending. You are no longer a bottom feeder, eating the carrion of the world's drama. You are feeding on the high mountain air of your own noble concepts. And as you ascend, you will pull others up with you. This is the secret mission of the chosen ones. You do not save the world by changing the world. You save the world by changing yourself. When you rise, everyone connected to you is lifted slightly by your buoyancy. You become a stabilizing force in your family, your community, your workplace. Not because you preach to them, remember, we are done with preaching, but because your very presence radiates the stability of the law. You become a living proof that the I Am is God. People will come to you in 2026 and ask, why are you so calm when everything is falling apart? What is your secret? That is the only moment you speak. That is when you share the law. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. Until they ask, let your life be the lesson. Consider the story of the 12 disciples. These are not just 12 men who followed Jesus 2,000 years ago. They represent the 12 qualities of mind that you must discipline to serve your I Am. Peter is the quality of faith, sometimes wavering but bold. Andrew is the quality of courage. James is judgment, not criticism, but the ability to discern what is true. John is love, the feeling nature. You must call your disciples. You must call your faith, your courage, your discernment, and your love to order. Right now they might be scattered, fishing in the sea of the world. You, the I Am, must walk by the shore of your mind and say, follow me. Call your attention away from the distractions and train these faculties to fish for men, to catch the states of consciousness you desire. When your mind is disciplined, when your 12 disciples follow the I Am, you can perform miracles. You can feed the multitude of your desires with a few loaves and fishes, a few small ideas expanded by the power of gratitude. You can walk on the water of your emotions without sinking. You can calm the storm of anxiety with a single command: peace, be still. But it begins with the calling, and the calling happens in the silence. So, here is your homework for the nights ahead. Do not just listen to these words and nod your head. That is being a hearer of the word and not a doer. Test this. I challenge you. Tonight, before you drift off to sleep, identify one thing, just one thing, that you would love to experience in 2026. It could be a specific sum of money, a ring on your finger, a diagnosis of perfect health, or simply a deep sense of peace. Construct a short scene, no longer than 5 or 10 seconds, that implies the fulfillment of this desire. Not the process of getting it, but the event after it has happened. Perhaps it is shaking someone's hand and hearing them say congratulations on your success. Perhaps it is looking at a document and feeling a wave of relief. Perhaps it is touching a physical object that implies you are where you want to be. Loop this scene. Play it over and over in your imagination like a GIF. Do not force it. Do not strain. Just relax into it. Feel the texture of the hand. Hear the tone of the voice. Add the sensory details. And as you do this, let yourself slip into sleep while remaining in the action of the scene. If your mind wanders, and it will, gently bring it back. Be the shepherd bringing the sheep back to the path. Do this night after night. Fall asleep in the assumption. If you do this, you are planting the seed in the deepest soil of the universe. You are impregnating the subconscious, and it has no choice but to give birth to that likeness. You may wake up tomorrow and see no change. Do not be deceived. The seed is underground, it is working. Water it with your silence, protect it with your secrecy, and let the bridge of incidents carry you to the harvest. If you are committed to trying this experiment tonight, if you are bold enough to test the law rather than just talk about it, let me know by subscribing to the channel. Join this community of practitioners. We are not just the audience, we are a laboratory of the spirit. As we move forward, keep your eyes on the inner vision. The world is a noise, but you are the music. The world is a shadow, but you are the light. Do not let the shadow tell the light where to shine. There is a deeper level to this practice, one that involves the very nature of time itself. We often think of time as a straight line pushing us from the past into the future, but in the realm of imagination, time is a landscape. You can visit the future, dwell there, and make it your present. This is what the prophets did. They saw the end from the beginning. You are a prophet of your own life. When you dwell in the future state, you are collapsing time. You are magnetizing the event. The how and the when are not your concern. Your concern is the what. Define the what clearly, and the how will appear. It may come through a stranger, a chance meeting, a sudden idea, or a loss that clears the way for a gain. Trust the wisdom of the I Am to orchestrate the means. The I Am sees the entire chessboard. You, in your limited surface mind, see only the pawn in front of you. Trust the player. And speaking of trust, do not be afraid of the void. Sometimes, before the new state manifests, there is a period of emptiness. People leave your life, opportunities dry up, you feel alone. This is not punishment, this is the vacuum. Nature abhors a vacuum. If you hold your state during the void, the universe will rush in to fill it with your desire. But if you panic and fill the void with fear, you bring back the old demons. Stand firm in the void. It is the canvas waiting for your paint. It is the silence waiting for your song. Remember the story of the pearl. The merchant sold all that he had to buy it. You must sell all your old beliefs in limitation. You cannot hold on to the belief, I am unlucky, and simultaneously buy the pearl of, I am blessed. You have to sell the victimhood to buy the victory. It is a transaction. Are you willing to pay the price? The price is your ego. The price is your history. The price is your need to be right about how hard your life is. Give it up. It is too heavy to carry into 2026 anyway. Drop the baggage. Stand tall. Feel the atmosphere of the state you wish to embody. Wear it like a garment. At first, it may feel like a costume, ill-fitting and strange. Be